Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very emotional night for me, at least. This is the fifth time we're doing this. This is the fifth VLC certification virtual graduation ceremony. And no, it does not mean this is our fifth year. We, in fact, we have not celebrated our first anniversary. It just went past like that. But I thought maybe tonight will be a good night to do that as well. This is the fifth time we're celebrating a graduation since actually the fourth time, which was February. So between February and July, we have not actually had a graduation, which means there's quite a few cycles that are waiting to be celebrated. And we hope that everyone is here tonight. But I would like to formally welcome everyone and say thank you for coming. For those who we have not seen for a very long time, we do miss you. We do believe that this is one of the few times we get to meet. Sometimes we do have free classes, or the community decides to put on webinars and stuff like that. We get to meet there, but this is probably one of the places where we get to mix between different cycles, different cohorts, and get to know each other a little bit more. So thank you very much for coming. Tonight is going to be special because we're doing stuff that we have not done before. At the same time, there are a couple of announcements a little bit later. So to kick it off, I would like to ask if our friend and colleague, VLC facilitator Jason Kalajavan, are you in the house, brother? Are you
Yes,
there?
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So I, I hear that you have something interesting planned for us tonight. Is that correct? Jason, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay, so if you're good to go, I'm just going to hand over the session to you. Are you right?
Yep, cool. Can you please
Okay.
make Lane Yap a co-host, please?
Okay, where is she?
She's somewhere hidden there.
I don't see her. What is her name? She's not Lane Yap tonight.
Lane, yeah, tech
Whatever she is,
guy.
she's not. Oh, she's
She's a
tech
tech
guy.
guy.
No wonder. All right, so there you go, Lane. Of course, cannot find Lane because she's tech guy tonight. Okay, the show is all yours, brother.
Hello, everyone. Are you guys ready? Okay, if you're
Yes.
ready, double thumbs up. Come on, everyone, double thumbs up.
Yes.
And move your body. Woo! Yay! Shake
Kenneth,
your
you gotta
head.
pick this up, man. Kenneth.
Shake your head. Come on, everyone, shake your head. Woo!
I can't do that.
Goyang. Goyang, goyang. Siapa tak goyang tak dapat sertifikat.
What?
Sorry, boss. Sorry, boss.
We already have our certificate lah.
You can't threaten them that way.
Right.
Doesn't
Okay,
work.
cool. Okay, everyone. So good evening, everybody. Let's kick start with some warm up. Okay. I'll be playing my favorite song now, but it is not the usual version we hear on the radio. Okay, it's a different one with only instruments. Okay, right. I'm certain as kids, we all play imaginary instruments like air guitar. Come on, everyone, follow me. Air guitar, right? Or for me personally, air drums, right? Everyone, air drums, right? So now we are going back in time or to relive the moments when we use instruments, okay? And identify the music instruments and do your best imitation to play. Is the instruction clear? Right. Aha. violin to saxophone.
Was it a saxophone? I thought it was a trumpet. Oh my god, salah. Pojo, that's a flute.
Yeah, it is.
Now,
What is this?
flute.
What is it? Oh, it's a flute.
Ah, yeah,
Okay.
that's me, flute. All right,
Betul,
all
betul.
right.
He's faster than the music. Faster
Yeah.
than the flute.
Apa ni?
Guitar.
Oh, okay.
Acoustic.
Juwita has a guitar. She has an actual guitar.
Oh, grand piano.
Yep.
Oh, it's a bass.
What is it? Oh, it's one of those big things.
Violin,
Okay, okay.
It's a violin.
No, it's not. It's the big one. The one that you
Oh,
put on the floor.
I thought it's a
big one.
bass.
Cello,
Double bass, double
Bass,
bass.
double bass.
Double bass.
Okay, all those things I cannot carry out, so berat.
Oh, this one they can see really we don't play instruments.
What?
Seems like campur-campur, right? I think this one.
Electric guitar.
Electric guitar.
Oh, it's electric guitar.
Apa? Dengar.
This is a trumpet.
Oh, this is a trumpet.
This is a trumpet.
Okay, Belle got it right. I think
Wow.
she's pushing it. That's a trombone,
That's
I think,
good.
Belle. That's what you're doing.
Wow, amazing. Amazing.
Okay, dah habis.
Dah habis. Okay, great. Now, the second one. Okay, I before that, I normally use this activity to bring back my participants' focus in class and to keep them engaged because this approach tap into their visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Right? Next, may I know how many people love movies? Can I see a raise of hands? Movies. Whoa, movie lovers. Okay, cool. Right. I have a few movie scenes here. Let's see if you can recall what are the exact quotes mentioned in these scenes. Okay, you can type in the chat or annotate on the screen. Ready? Here's the first movie.
I wasn't born when this movie came out.
You can't be down. You gotta be kidding me.
I was gonna say generational gap, guys. Generational gap. Thank you.
I'm in between, I think.
Come on, not your time.
Wow. Okay.
This was 2002.
Wasn't even allowed to watch movies at that time.
With great powers come great responsibility.
That's good. Okay. Next.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Alamak.
How about this?
Incredible Hulk.
I'm always angry.
Okay, cool. Let's look at the answer.
Dr. Banner. Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Alamak,
I'm such
kena
a nerd.
tengoklah balik cerita ni malam ni. Rindu pula.
Malam ni kena tengok.
This is my favorite movie.
Malam ni
Viral
kena
ada
tengok,
soalan
kena tengok.
bocor.
How about this?
Some people are almost melting
I
Allah.
can't remember, man.
My favorite
This one
scene.
shows that our age.
Yeah, I know this doing the
This one,
fireplace.
I can quote the whole movie from start to finish.
I know
I
this
never see
one.
also. I only see Olaf only.
My favorite script.
I know this one.
Whoa.
Hey, Ariel.
Yes.
Yay, yay.
Oh,
Some
somebody
people
got it,
are
somebody got
worth
it.
melting for.
Yeah.
But maybe not right this moment.
It's so hot this nowadays. We are
Some
all
more-
melting.
Exactly. Someone Jason got fire at the back there. What?
Okay. Next.
Okay, everyone gets this wrong.
I am your father.
Father.
I'm your mother.
I'm
I'm
your
your
neighbor.
grandfather.
My husband has a t-shirt. Aku bapak kau.
Okay, cool.
I'm your mother.
Very good. Ni semua tiap-tiap hari kat rumah tengok movie.
Ya, pandemic lah.
No. I am your father.
Dia abang kau.
Apa kau? Bapak engkau.
Forrest Gump.
Like a box of chocolates.
I saw Forrest Gump.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Alright.
Yeah,
KitKat,
life
kejap
is
ada, kejap
like a
ada.
box of chocolates.
Itu
My
biskut.
mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Ah.
Woo! Well done, everyone. Well done. You see, as a speaker, I'm sure you always experience participants coming up to you and telling you about the things you said in one of your sessions and how it inspired them or changed them in some ways. Same like these movies here. I doubt the actors know those lines that they said in few hours movie can make such a great impact on others. You see, most of you still remember. All right. So as you graduate today as a certified virtual learncaster, always remember, guys, to apply the knowledge that you gain in your sessions, because they will not only elevate your sessions, but make an impact to your audience. So my name is Jason. I'm a certified HRDF trader, and I'm proud to claim that I'm a first batch graduate of VLC. Right. So since I graduate, I've been running virtual team buildings for corporates and key to virtual engagement programs for trainers, lecturers, and online speakers. Okay, on how to keep their online sessions alive, engaging, and interactive by exploring purposeful. The keyword is purposeful activities and third-party engagement tools. Right. So all this will not be possible if it was not for Nazreen and VLC program and the team. Okay, so guys, congratulations once again, and back to you, Chego.
Thank you very much. Well, it was all your effort, and I'd like to say that Jason, after he graduated as a VLC, really went all out, and I told everyone that you need to start specializing in virtual, because if you're going to be able to stand out in the market, you need to do something different. And knowing that Jason does team building, he does a lot of team building face-to-face in order to be able to thrive online as well. And I said to him, go and do team building. It's the same thing. And what he did is he really took that, he ran with it, and he started running a program that has become very, very well accepted. So I want to share this with you, and I'm going to invite Jason to talk about it a little bit because we've invited him tonight to play some games with us. So I'm going to allow him just a few moments to share with you what KTVE is about. It's not about karaoke, but it's just as fun, if not more fun.
Thank you, Nazreen. I believe that, when it comes to online, the attention span is getting lesser and lesser. We cannot bring the physical setting, physical training into online setting and use the same approach. You see, moving online classes, physical classes into online, it may change the delivery method, but it still can achieve the same objective as how we used to do on physical during physical training. So I do believe that engaging virtually, it's a skill that only certain people can do. No, each and every one of us. I didn't know anything about online until when pandemic happened early last year. Nazrin called me and said that just sign up. He gave me an instruction to sign up. And if it's not because of the instruction, and if it's not because of kindness, his generosity to ask me to attend the class, and he was so generous with his sharing and his knowledge, okay, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. All right. So this key to virtual engagement program is also to help trainers, coach, lecturers. I'm already conducting to quite a number of universities, lecturers, and also all the trainers, how to engage audience virtually. Every topic that you cover, you can create an engagement. Every lesson, it can be design it in such a way that audience are having fun at the same time they are learning. All right, these are the things can be done, and it's not impossible. It's possible. There are so many VLC members, graduates who have attended our program, and they have benefited from our program. And actually, to be honest, they are the one helping me to sell the program, and I'm continuously getting participants who are attending this program because they heard from other VLC members. So this program, we will help you to engage the audience virtually. Money back guarantee. Thank you, Nazri.
Money back guarantee to mahal tau. I'm telling you, when I attended, because I also attended. Don't say that Nazrin did not attend this one. I actually attended this one. I had so much fun. It was ridiculous. The idea that you could actually learn how to be able to run team buildings online. In the beginning, it didn't make any sense to me. But once I saw how Jason does it, I would love for everyone to take a look at this. And then if especially you do team building, you run team building programs, and you found that you cannot earn during the pandemic, then this is one option. This is one option for you to be able to go. And Jason, you are also in our Telegram group, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
If anyone wants to reach out to him, please feel free to do so. Also, this is the QR code that you can register at. Thank you very much, Jason. Let's give him a round of applause, everyone. Well done, well done. And thank you for allowing us to reminisce about our movies. We're going to have to watch Avengers all over again now. All right. So we're going to invite 3 VLCs to share with us their stories. And different from previous graduations where they shared their success stories, I think it's time to now go more practical. And we want to find out how have they applied the VLC principles in their day-to-day affairs within their courses. So I'm going to invite first up Juwita Jalil, Professional Learning Facilitator and Certified Virtual Learncaster. But first I have to ask, are you there, Juwita? Are you there and ready to go?
I'm
Okay.
here.
So you have been made co-host if you want to share slides or anything. But it's all yours. Go ahead.
All right. No, first I want to say hi to everybody here in VLC 18. I've got my backdrop as well, like you all. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm not from VLC 18, but I became an honorary member of VLC 18. I went through the whole class with them, and I even graduated with them. So, and yes, I love you all. I miss you all. Hi, Andy. Hi, Hani. Hi, everyone.
We miss you.
Hi.
I miss you too. Alamak, tak nampak lah semua orang. Nanti kejap. Sekejap boleh tak? Nazrin, sekejap. Ni semua kawan-kawan ni.
Okay, let me stop share and then you click on the view button.
Yes.
Get the gallery.
Anna!
Rest Nazrin.
Andy!
Hi sis.
Jejak kasih pula sekarang ni.
Emily!
Are
they all graduating today?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God!
Like I said, we haven't had one since February.
Oh my God! And I'm here with all of you. Oh my God! Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, enough.
Sorry, Nazrin.
Oh my God.
See, that's the thing.
VLC 18, we are like that.
Yeah, we are like that. But all VLCs are like that. I told Nazrin, I said, VLC is not just virtual learn casters. We are virtual love casters. The love that there is in VLC, amongst the VLCs, the love, the camaraderie, the support is amazing. There's just so much love in VLC that I call it virtual love casters, and that's what you all are. So give yourselves a round of applause, please. And this is all Nazrin's fault. So kena lagi. Spreading too much love. It's all Nazrin's fault. Okay, I have Fina here with me, and this is something that I'd like to share with all of you. After my class, the first thing I did was I called Nazrin, and I'm like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. And he says, why don't you talk about it? So Fina and I, very quickly, this was my first.
Tell us who Fina is, because not everyone knows.
Where's Fina? Fina,
Yeah.
where are you, Fina? I saw you. Let me see. Fina, hi, that's Fina. Fina is she's also a VLC trainer. Okay. Yay. And okay, so this was my first training, my first gig with a TP, and it's all Fina's fault. She's like, come on, let's do together. I'm like, okay, you know. And then imagine my first paying training job, and we were thrown into this, you know, we were told that they were going to be deaf participants, and we are like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So we were like, what do we do? What do we do? Deaf participants, what do we do? What do we do? And I'm like, okay. So I called my friend, my very old friend, Lucy Lim, who is a professional sign language translator. She works for the Olympics, for the SEA Games, for TV and whatever. And I did a show with her some time ago. It's called SIGN. It is a sign language program where we were actually teaching the hearing how to sign, because we wanted to teach the nation that sign language was another language to learn, just like if you learn Cantonese or Mandarin or Tamil or whatever. So that was on RTM. So that was how I got involved in that. So I called Lucy and I said, Lucy, come on board, let's do this, you know. And she said, sure, you know. So came the morning. Of course, this rookie had to open the day, you know, like it was a 2-day training, and this rookie had to open it. And like, I was, oh my God, I was sweating bullets. I didn't know what to do. I was told that at least half of them, it was a logistics company, at least half of them have never used Zoom before. And we were told that when the class started. And I was like, okay, let's throw away all the games and whatever that I wanted to do. I called Jason, I called Nazrin, what can I do? What games can I do? This was before. And then after that, like, huh? Diorang tak pernah pakai Zoom? Okay, buy games, you know. And then it was like, it was very difficult. I was telling them to write, you know, answer some questions, write how you feel. And I, you know, one of the things that I said was, you know, tell me what are you grateful for? Write 3 things that you're grateful for this morning before you came on to this class. And no one wrote anything. Everybody was like, literally, those who had their cameras on were literally like staring at me like I had horns. And those who did not have their cameras on did not have their cameras on. So I was like, alamak, aku nak apa ni? And then like, okay, then I can literally see Nazrin and Rizal in front of me. Like, come on, girl, you know, do something about this, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'll start first, I said. And I wrote in the chat box, I said, I'm grateful for the nasi lemak that I had this morning. I'm grateful that I'm grateful for my air conditioning because it's very, very hot today. And I'm grateful that I'm sitting here in front of all you beautiful people. And guess what? everything started coming in, blah, blah, people started writing, da, 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 da. Then I remember what Nazrin said, it's the comfort, giving them comfort that, I can be just like them. I can, I started it off and then they followed. So, and also clarity, because, when you just tell people who's never used Zoom before, oh, type whatever in the chat box, even to say type yes or no, they are like, apa ni? So you do it, you give them confidence and you give them that certainty. That's what we learn in VLC, the comfort, the clarity, the confidence, and the certainty. And it was wonderful as you see one by one as the day goes by. But it took me like at least the first 2 hours to gain that trust that they have to, to open up to me. By the time we came to the second half of the day, it was brilliant. People started talking, people started sharing. And, when I said, why do you feel this way? Tell me why, and I'm like, forget about everybody who's looking at you. Just look at me and tell me why are you feeling this way? Why are you angry all the time? And they started talking. It was amazing. But the most amazing thing of all, I think Fina can confirm this, of all the hearing participants, we had like 41 of them minus me and Fina and the TP and all. The people who answered the most, the people who participated the most were the deaf participants. It was absolutely amazing. There were 6 of them, and Lucy was, as Lucy was translating, she also spoke, and she was like, "Hey, wait, you all don't everybody talk at the same time. I don't know who to know. Wait." She was going like, everybody was just signing. They were so excited. They were so invested in the whole thing, and that made me realize, like, wow, the hearing ones, they didn't have their cameras on, probably 3 or 4, but towards the end, they all had their cameras on. But the deaf participants, from the time we started till the end, they were the ones, and it was amazing. And the next day, when it was Fina's class, when Fina asked the first question, it was the deaf participants who were like, yang mana yang nak sign, yang mana yang nak tulis dalam chatbot, it was just them. So, they do not see them as people who have like they call them they are probably more amazing than we are, and that's the most wonderful thing. And thank you, Fina, for giving me this experience. And guess what, I think they loved us so much that we're going to do this again with another batch of deaf participants with the company. I guess they hire quite a lot. So we're going to have a few batches of them. And also one more thing, if you all get this chance to do it with the deaf people, I did ask Lucy, I said, what is the correct way to address these people? And they say, call them deaf. Because the deaf people say, you can call us whatever you want, hearing impaired lah, hearing challenged lah. At the end of the day, we are deaf. It doesn't change that at all. So call us, the deaf. And they're very proud of the fact that they are, because it doesn't make them any less than any of us. So thank you so much, Nazrin, for all that you've taught us. It came very, very, very handy. And Alhamdulillah, and all of you, my VLC 18s, I love you all. Congratulations. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Back to you.
Thank you, Ju. Thank you.
Karen.
Oh my God. You want the session? I give you.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Rita. Let's give her a round of applause. That was definitely not easy. And when I heard it, I said, you have to speak at the graduation, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I could have handled it. Right? So just because I founded this certification doesn't mean I'm the best at it. A lot of people, a lot of VLCs, I've been proud to say, have taken it, have made it their own, have become better than me. So what do? I go and watch their webinars and I learn from them instead. So whenever they're creative enough to come up with things, I just watch, that's why I enjoy watching your final assessment webinars, because I get to learn some creative stuff from you when you apply it Not to say that I don't know, I don't have my own, I do. But every single final assessment webinar I watch gives me more ideas. It gives me more weapons. It gives me more things to do when, in case I meet participants like yours. So thank you very much, Juwita. Thank you, everyone. Next up will be Coach Giant, Coach Hishamuddin Abdul Jalil, not related to Juwita. It just so happens they have the same father name, but they're not related at all. So let me just check. Coach, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, it's all yours, bro.
All right, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good evening, everyone.
We can't see
Wow.
you. We can't see you.
Huh?
God. We can't
You can see
you because
me?
your eyes are covered.
Wow. I'm so shy.
Okay, that's a lie.
Okay, that's a lie. Really? Wait. I open up my eyes. Now you can see me. All right. Okay. Wow. I can see lots of VLC here. I can see someone that I really have met before. Wow. Congratulations, everyone. And you are superb to can finish the VLC. I tell you, it's something different with other courses that I have attended before. First of all, I would like to thank you to Coach Nazri, because give you the opportunity to join these courses, because really make me something different. Okay, different in the virtual online training. All right. First, okay, I want to say again, congratulations to the VLC for the batch. I think 18 to up to the 27, is it? 28, 29 tonight. Okay. Wow, until the 30th. Wow, superb. Okay, right. Okay, my name is Hishamuddin Abdul Jalil. That one is not my sister. It's the same name, the Jalil also. But we always meet in the online program. Okay, right. The ideas, okay? Actually, the ideas when I created virtual fitness instructor, okay, is from the VLC concept. It's something that different that we never had a virtual fitness instructor courses in the world. Actually, it's the first time in the world. In Asia also, we don't have the courses. Then it first came from Malaysia. Right. So the idea why I create this VFI, okay, you can see the logo on my side. It's a virtual fitness instructor. Is to help the fitness instructor at the beginning for especially in the pandemic. Okay, most of the instructors are working face-to-face physical activity. Maybe the personal trainer go to the client house, the group fitness trainer instructors go to the gym, go to the clubhouse. You have your own studio. So when the start of the pandemic, it's very hard for them to earn money, to get revenue every month, to pay expenses, to survive in this situation. So the ideas start from the third of my session with BFC. On the third batch, on the third session, and then I just sharing with my few of my friends. They say, "Hey, can you or either you want to do something in online?" They said, "No lah, we cannot have the internet. We have this one. I said, "Yes, I will try to help them." First, they are teaching at the beginning. Start with use handphone. Just use handphone. I said some of the instructors, they are housewife, they are freelance instructor. Maybe some of them also are full-time trainers. So I helping the part-time and freelance instructor do how to teach online. And then after the end of the VLC, I told to Nazrin, can I do VFI? He said, sure, please do it. And then I create something simple workshop. Actually, I still want to create for the certification, but for the time being, I just go for workshop. And then my VFI training actually start 2 months after I'm doing. I graduate for the VFC. Right now, start from June, July, August. August is the third batch for the VLC workshop already. And then, Alhamdulillah, in September and October will be VFI International, because I have participants from Philippines, Indonesia, and Brunei Darussalam. So I hope this program will continue for international. But for the 15th of August, I have conducted courses. That one is for the Malaysian, especially to help lots of still Malaysian freelance trainer want to teaching online, but they don't have the tools, engagement, teaching method. So I said use Zoom. Normally they use Facebook Live. I said only one engagement. I said why you want to have experience to teach like you teaching in the studio in the class. I said please use Zoom. And then right now few of them start purchase a Zoom and then teaching the class as a normal. Some of them said, why you charge so cheap, Syam? For me, I said, I want to help you. In future, maybe I have a certain rate that maybe you need to pay for the fees. For the time being right now, I just want helping people. Okay, same as me. I'm helping myself, I'm helping other people to earn revenue income for the month. So the idea is to conduct training from physical to virtual training actually is to meet the purpose why you want to be a fitness instructor. You want to teach, you want to be a trainer, but because of a pandemic, that's not how you say satu persoalan yang you berkata I cannot do that, I cannot teaching anymore, I need to pay my studio fees and everything, but I don't have money. I said please go online. Right now from the first batch and the second batch they earn the money every month already. I say alhamdulillah, it's good for them. For me, I only guide them. The rest is yours. Okay, you want to do a program also, should be no problem. For me, I want to help the instructors in the case, especially in this pandemic, say keep survive. The important thing is keep survive. Okay, and then the third batch will be on the 15th of August. If you have any friends from the fitness training, any type of the brand of training, they would like to teach it online. Okay, please give me a call. Okay, no problem. And then for the Philippines, they contact me yesterday. I so surprised. First, I only have team from the Indonesia. They said, Syam, please teach us. Okay, no problem. I can support Indonesia team. And then the Brunei also called me last 2 days. Okay, Syam, we from Brunei also, we have a team. I said, okay, carry on, set the team, and then I teach in Brunei. And then this morning from Philippines. Wow, I said, okay. And I said, I cannot put you everyone in the batch number 3. I said, because this one is for the Malaysian teams, because I will do both Bahasa Malaysia and English. But for the international program, fully English, I need to go on the next batch, on the batch 4. Because this morning also I just finished program for the teaching program for the Game Fit, Sport Performance Fitness under Glasgow University, Scotland. I also one of the master trainer for the program. So we get the Malaysian to be certified international certification in the course. So wow, I said VLC is give me the idea to teaching more online and then more ideas. It come up a new ideas is fitness boot camp. I created the fitness boot camp, but normally we conduct in the physical, face to face. I have cover up few state in Malaysia, Melaka, Johor Bahru, Kelantan, Terengganu, Kuala Lumpur, mostly Sabah and Sarawak. Sarawak I have few more session over there before. So I think in future, if I get the opportunity, I want to go for the fitness boot camp based on online. Wow. So I think that's all I want to sharing with you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Coach Nazrin. Really give some experience, some knowledge. Really good sharing. You helping me not also in the VLC. After VLC also still keep in touch, helping lots of my colleagues, especially the fitness instructor, can earn right now in online. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you to my colleagues, Sis Juwita. I always contact you. I can see here Zakri, Lembaga Pembangunan Melaka, and a few of my friends. Thank you, Fina. Everything. I think you just contact Fina last few days. Start exercise. Okay, for everyone.
Kantoi.
Thank you. Good luck.
Start exercise.
Thank you. Thank you. Rasa kita, tak apa, no problem. Rasa kita. Okay, right. Thank you so much. Congratulations to VLC. Thank you so much to Coach Nazrin. Thank you.
Please give Syamuddin, we call him Giant. His nickname is Giant. Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, if we are corporate trainers, corporate trainers, the last year and a half, we had problems trying to earn. So I want you to imagine if we corporate trainers had that problem, but soon after that, HRD have managed to get something done. Now, for the fitness industry, they don't have something like HRDF, like us. They couldn't get anything done. So a lot of my friends who are fitness instructors, Giants friends, they're just sitting at home, not being able to earn. And you must imagine, right? That is their main source, if not only source of income. So for Giant to be able to do this is amazing because we've been friends for a long time. I followed him from when he was teaching at Petronas Melaka kan, Giant kan? And I remember you helped prepare the team to, I think several teams to climb Mount Kinabalu kan?
Yep.
Yeah, so to be able to do this online, I think you'll be able to help a lot of people. I think you're the right person, and I think you have done so well. I love that logo. I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous of that logo. But I'm happy to say that your certification is part of the VLC family certification. So thank you very much.
Wow.
We are honored to have you, and please help more people because there's a lot of fitness instructors who cannot earn. Yeah, not corporate trainers satu hal. Corporate trainers one thing. In fitness instructors even worse. Think about other things. Now, why are we not teaching VLC to fitness instructors? Because it was not designed for that. It was designed for trainers, freelance trainers, corporate trainers. So if everybody been to the VLC, I think you can agree with me, it is not 100% compatible. So what Giant has done is he's taken the VLC with my permission, and he has incorporated parts into the VFI to make it even much more applicable for physical trainers, physical training. Whether it be Giant tanya, martial arts boleh tak?
Martial arts, yes,
Martial arts
actually.
instructors attend your course and also learn.
Yes, martial art instructor can join my course. Cause I forgot to inform you all. They have a sports coach. They have a coach, the badminton coach for Sukma also want to join these courses. I said, but we go separate. Maybe we go for the virtual fitness coach. That one's for the teachers, teaching courses for the teaching program for the athletes.
Okay,
yeah,
can I check
the
sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry. Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, right. From the actually, I'm also not teaching fitness. My experience is a sports performance trainer, especially for the Sukma team coach. From 2014, I'm teaching Wilayah Persekutuan Vipers coach group for the competitions. Okay, teaching courses how to do the sport periodization of trainings to develop on the sport performance of athletes. I didn't teaching skill, especially like sports, but I'm teaching fitness for athletes. And then they have a few of the badminton coach, especially badminton coach from the Sukma, a few states of the Malaysia. They said, hey, interesting, can I learn something that I can teach my athletes from home? I mean, because they are pandemic, they say I can teach how to stroke, how to use a badminton net and everything. So the skills is yours, I say. For me, I only guide you how to do the proper technique in the online by with the tool engagement. That's all.
Thank you very much, Coach Jayan. So if somebody say that I'm coming in a bit too soft, I apologize for that. I hope you can hear me now. Am I coming in loud and clear? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I have to shout into the mic. All right. So we are closely approaching to our main event, but before that, we are going to invite our last speaker for this session, and this will be Coach Shimi. Coach Shimi, are you there? Ada? Okay. So we're going to pass the microphone to you, and good God, Coach, you look exactly like Darth Vader on his bad day. So I'm going to pass the microphone to you. It's all yours.
Can you allow me to share screen, please?
Yes, you should be able to.
All right. Okay, thank you, Nazrin. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations to everyone from VLC 18 and also the other cohorts who are graduating tonight. We did it. So after so many hard work, it is time for us to actually celebrate. We've been waiting for this for a long time. So thank you.
Is it just me or can we not hear Coach Shimi? Testing, testing.
Train all these deaf participants, and also with Coach Giant, how he helped all these virtual, all these fitness instructors to actually become virtual. But my story is a bit different. My story is how the VLC actually helped me personally. An introduction that my VLC 18 cohorts would know, but a lot of you would not know, is that I am actually a CKD ESRF patient, chronic kidney disease and stage renal failure patient, requiring dialysis treatments 3 times a week, and each treatment takes about 4 hours. So this is the story of how VLC gave me the confidence to actually go and venture into virtual trainings. I've been doing trainings for about 19 years now, but only the past 2 years have I been going into virtual. Before going for virtual, for VLC, I was very, very reluctant. I did a couple of programs virtual before I joined the VLC program, which were, I guess, okay, but there was something missing. As a trainer who is so confident, who is so comfortable in doing games, in doing activities in face-to-face trainings, when it comes to virtual, I was at a dead end. I was like, macam mana lah aku nak buat? How do I inject that excitement that I usually do with my participants by having games? When I entered the VLC, I got that. So this is a story of how VLC unleashed my dreams and helped me to actually become unstoppable, to the point where I was so confident in doing virtual trainings that I had trainings, not a train, but a few trainings during my dialysis session, and my participants did not even realize that I was doing dialysis at that time. So this is me when I just had my CKD ESRF the first year. So I had tubes coming out from me. I was a real life Frankenstein's monster. At one point, I actually had 2 tubes coming out from the left and from the right. So this is the time I had 2 tubes, these 2 sets of tubes coming out from the left and also from the right. And I did a training with this. And my participant called me Mr. Crab, because I was like a thumb with the 2 pincers coming out from my neck. But I'm the kind of person, when people say I cannot do something, then I try my best to prove them that I can do that. When I had my CKD ESRF, I was so depressed. Apart from having to fight that disease, I had a lot of training providers and also clients who actually cancel. They actually cancel my engagements, my trainings, just because the fact that I had CKD ESRF. There were a lot of things that they were worried. Some say, "Oh, we are worried you have to suddenly have to get medical attention. We cannot provide paramedics." That is BS. Apart from having to go for dialysis, actually I am even lebih sad daripada you guys. Why? Because my blood is so clean. I get it clean 3 times a week. How many times have you had your blood clean? So apart from that, I am okay. I am still the same guy. I still have the same level of energy. I still have the same level of commitment. So why won't you give me a chance? So I tried to venture into virtual. The first 2 programs, I was really not actually myself. I was so worried in my mind about activities, about engaging the participants. I was so downtrodden when some participants refused to open their camera. But when I went to the VLC, I learned from Anand, it's okay. Even if the participants don't turn on their cameras, even you don't have to turn on your cameras to talk to them. So the VLC really gave me a peace of mind to do trainings. So like I said, I got so confident in doing trainings that I actually did a few trainings during my dialysis session. So if you look at my introduction, I wrote the man with the iron lung. So say hello to my iron lung. So this is someone who I have dates with 3 times a week. I have more dates with this machine than I do with my wife. Yeah, and I spend sometimes more time with this machine than I do with my wife. So, and it's not easy to do a training while you are hooked up to this machine. As you can see, this is where my blood goes in and goes out. Yeah, this line goes out from my body into the machine. It is clean in the machine, and then it comes back through this line into my body. So I cannot move my arms. So I'm the kind of person who is very animated. Yeah, I talk with my arms. I'm very kinesthetic. So that was already a challenge, trying not to move. Secondly, how do I inject the same level of enthusiasm without having gestures? I can only move my left hand. So I can only move my right hand. Yeah. So when I went to the VLC, I learned so many things. I was given the confidence. I was given the tools. I was given the knowledge on how to actually excel, how to conduct trainings, not only at 100%, but maybe 150%. And sometimes I feel that my trainings, my virtual trainings are even better than my physical trainings. And it's all because of the VLC. And I'm so grateful to Anand and to Nazrin and to all the VLC trainers. Yeah. And also a shout out goes to my brother, Yasman. I don't think he's here tonight, but he was the first person in my family to be a VLC. And he was the one who actually pushed me to attend the VLC, to the point where he paid for me to go and attend the VLC. Yeah, so I'm so grateful. And I don't know what I would do if I hadn't joined the VLC. This is the first one. So this is the program that I had this week. Yeah, it was a 4-day program. First time I did a 4-day virtual program, and some of the slots had to be done during my dialysis session. Yeah, because I have dialysis on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So there's no way that I can avoid that session. So I had to do it during my dialysis session. But I was so confident. Initially, I had a virtual background and nobody saw what was going on around me. But at the end, when I told my parents, okay, I'm going to show you something. Don't be alarmed. That I'm not dying yet. I'm not COVID positive or anything. I'm going to show you something. And then I just disabled the background, and they saw I was, there were nurses around me. There was the machine. The nurses were trying to poke my hands. So they said, hey, coach, what happened to you? So, okay, this is because the program that I did was about delivery skills. So I told them, delivery skills is not about the physical. It's about the mental. So if I can deliver while I'm doing my dialysis, why can't you do it? And my participants were so shocked. They were so impressed and also motivated by what I shared with them. So this is the feedback that I got. Yeah. So even the evaluation, everything I got above 90. And they were so impressed with my enthusiasm, with my energy. And they were so shocked that they couldn't pick up any clues that I was actually doing dialysis. I was having treatment at that time. Yeah. So thank you, VLC. So for not only giving me the knowledge, the skills, but giving me the choice to be happy. Yeah, because I always believe that being happy is a choice. And thank you, VLC, for giving me wings and helping me to soar. And congratulations, everyone. So that's it from me. Good night.
Let's give him a round of applause.
That's how we're
Yay, Shimi.
Bravo.
Coach Shimi, I am officially embarrassed for myself because you have a ridiculous amount of energy. I don't think I can match this. I am going to learn from you. But I also want to say something to you. I don't say this to a lot of people, but I really think you should write a book. If you have not written yet, I really think you should write a book. And I'll be the first person to buy that, and I think a lot of people can learn from that. So thank you very much. Let's give Coach Shimi one more round of applause, please. Yes. Okay, so here you are writing one. Okay, kita nak. Thank you very much. Now, just a check again, because I've been getting WhatsApp saying my voice is coming in quite low, quite slow. Am I still coming in okay?
Normal. No,
Now
now
normal,
is
eh?
normal.
Tadi
Now
was
it's okay.
abnormal. Yeah, because WhatsApp were coming in
Loud
saying,
and clear.
Nazrin is
No,
soft
just
lah,
now,
bro,
Daf-
you are soft lah. Why is everybody calling
No,
me
just
soft?
now was before Daft Lot came out. So after
You
Daft
are
Lot came
soft, bro.
out, we were
You are
okay.
soft.
Okay, so I think it was the sheer greatness of the three people drowned out my voice. All right. So now for the main event of the night, we have kept him. Yeah, I know. we have kept him waiting for far too long. I'd like to invite my teacher and my mentor, someone I've known since I was 17 years old. Not many people know this. I've actually known him for a very, very long time. And we have some really weird adventures together, which I'll not share tonight. But Muhammad Rizal Hassan is where I got my best grounding in adult education, I'd say. And anybody who knows me knows I gush about the PLF program. So if you have not signed up for the PLF program yet, the Professional Learning Facilitator, there is one coming up. Rizal is not too fond of me doing it, but I have a poster after this. I want to promote it, so I want to give him the opportunity to share it. But before that, we're going to give him the opportunity to discuss with us. He doesn't like giving speeches, and he's probably going to make this as informal as possible. But he requests that we ask him questions. And if there's anybody who's managed to survive the ups and downs of the learning industry and someone you want to learn from, it is Rizal. Without not praising him too much, but he has experience that we can learn from. So I'm going to hand over the session to Rizal, and let's hear from him. Please be ready to ask questions. Please be ready to discuss with him. So Rizal, all yours.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for the invite, Nazrin. And congratulations to all the VLC graduates, all of you, specifically those who are graduating tonight, and generally for every one of you who survived Nazrin. Alhamdulillah, you survived Nazrin. Alhamdulillah.
Well, Rizal, it's not just me. We have here tonight graduates from Davidson, our facilitator. Anand, we have graduates from Nurul, so they survived these people as well, because I made sure that they were also just as good, if not better.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And I am so proud, Nazrin, listening to Shimi and Juwita and Jaya, and then looking into all this group of people, about 70 plus of you, how you've gone through the program and how the program has developed since, that once upon a time day that we talked about it, and how it has grown in such a big family. And also, I'm also just as proud to know that the family is just as crazy as the family that we are known to have. They're just as crazy, which is good. It is. I mean, when you're crazy, then you become different. When you're crazy, you become creative. When you're crazy, you stand out. And that's important. And I am so glad that Nazrin has incorporated the craziness into the program. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muhammad Rizal Hassan. You call me Rizal. Yeah. Why? Because my mom calls me Rizal. So my mom did not call me Mr. Rizal. So you call me Rizal. Yeah. And as Nazrin has mentioned, I'm a person who likes to talk in a form of discussion. Yeah, I'm not a one-way kind of person. Speeches get me nowhere. So let's just give you a background of what I am all about. I've been in the business for about 14 years. Before COVID, I was doing programs like 24, 25 days in a month, working from home, working with my wife from home, and I work in 9 countries. After COVID, things were a bit slow, yes, and things are picking up already via online programs. So last month and this month, alhamdulillah, the calendar was full again. Yeah, the accounts were not just as full, but It's on its way. All right, so I'm gonna share my experience. I'm gonna share my experience based on the questions that you like to ask. Now you can ask me questions on a topic which Nazrin has already provided, or you can ask me any other question that Nazrin could not think of. So I'll put it to you, Nazrin. Maybe you like to start off with questions that you like to ask.
Okay. So knowing that you work a lot with emotions and reframing and mindset, I in the last year and a half, and a lot of VLCs know this, I cycled up and down in not depression but just emotion. Before the VLC was launched in April of last year, I actually spent a good 2 weeks just sleeping, literally just sleeping, not knowing what to do. And then people started asking me, can you help me learn how to teach online? And then that spark led into a flame, that flame led to an inferno, and then here we are. But it hasn't been an easy ride. There will be moments where I dipped and up and down. So what would you say would help people like us, self-employed, people who look at a bank account and it affects our emotions? We look at a full bank account, it raises our emotions. So is there anything that we can start learning about, or things that we can do to better manage that so we're not as affected?
People like us who always stand in front of people, we tend to forget we're just as human as everybody else. Yeah. So feeling down is a feeling that you do not want to fight. That's number one for me. You want to feel down, go ahead, feel down. You want to feel stressed out, you want to feel stressed out, you want to feel angry, you want to feel sad, go ahead. Do not fight the emotion. Allow yourself to feel the emotion. Yeah. With one syarat. If you want to feel down, you want to feel sad, you want to feel angry, go ahead. Yeah. Just give it a deadline. Yeah. For example, I want to feel sad for the next 1 minute. 1 minute, you feel sad, go ahead, feel sad. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 years, you choose. Because to feel sad is an emotion that you chose. To feel angry is an emotion that you chose. If you're in a traffic jam and that traffic jam is way in front of you, like 5 kilometers long, and you're feeling so stressed out, yeah, and then you turn to the driver next to you in the car next to you, hoping that that person will feel just as empathetic as you are, feeling stressed out, and you're looking for support. But you look at the driver, and the driver is like smiling and laughing and singing along in the car, and both of you are in the same traffic jam. Well, that guy chose to be happy. You chose to be sad. So the emotion that you're feeling is a choice that you made. Don't bangao, don't give excuses, don't blame the traffic jam. Things happen, so what? Yeah, so allow yourself to feel sad, allow yourself to be angry with one syarat. Give a deadline. Because if you don't, then you're going to feel down throughout. If you don't, you're going to feel angry throughout, because the mind is still waiting for that instruction what to do next. But if you give that deadline, okay, I'm going to be angry for the next 5 minutes, and you're angry, angry, because is it 5 minutes yet? Not yet. Okay, allow yourself to be angry, because once it reaches that 5 minutes, and then your mind starts to say, okay, I'm angry. Now what? Choose another emotion now and move on. Yeah, that's number one for me. Number two for me is once that's cleared out, yeah, start to learn how to manage your patience. Yeah, I mean, you want to be angry, it's okay. Be angry with patience, because when you're angry with patience, you don't curse. Yeah, you want to be sad, fine, be sad. Sad with patience, because if you're sad with patience, you don't get depressed. Yeah. So as you allow yourself to be angry or sad and whatnot, do it with patience. Because as Nazrin always says, things will pass. Yeah, things will pass. Everything will have an end. Yeah. So just wait with patience. Hope that answers you, Nazrin.
Thank you very much. We have no questions yet in the chat. They've been discussing, and they're thinking that in order to be a Tok Guru must have bald head. I don't understand what's going on. They're just having the discussion.
Look at Giant, you know. Look at Giant. Yeah. Look at that level. Yeah.
Okay, I need to
That's
get
all
there
ego
soon.
on your head there.
So while we wait for questions in the chat, there's no questions yet. So anybody would like to ask a question, just type in me. Yeah, Dr. Stephen Covey was bald. So please start typing in your questions so that we can attend to you. Basically around, okay, the business, how you want to be able to survive and thrive in this learning industry, especially when, you know, the jobs are not as much as face-to-face. So since we don't have any questions, I'm kicking my banga with what? Okay, we got this.
I have a question. I have
Yes,
a
go ahead.
question.
Go ahead. Who's that? Who's that?
Hi, my name is Nurul Fatia. This
Hello.
is my question to Rizal.
Nurul, yes.
Rizal, you've run PLF face-to-face before,
Correct.
right? And then when COVID happened, you shift to virtual class.
Correct.
Can you share your experience shifting? Because PLF is because I attended PLF and, you know, it's so good to be in class and learning those activity, but then you shift online. So what has been the experience, and how do you make sure that you're doing that successfully? And at some point, I feel that it's even better.
Oh,
That is
Alhamdulillah.
the question from me.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Nurul, you were in my last face-to-face PLF program. Yeah,
Yes.
we did it in Setia Alam. Yeah, at the time I just moved to Setia Alam, in fact, and you were in that last group. Yeah, and after that day, when COVID really sort of came down, really came down, I knew I had to decide to bring it online, and I had no background in doing that. Yeah. So I had to redo the program from scratch. Yeah. I kept what I could, yet at the same time, I always say to myself, it's not about the activity that you do. It's about the learning that you want to convey via the activity. So as long as I can convey the learning, whatever activity I do would be fine, would be okay. And I tested that out. Yeah. And on the first class of the virtual version of the PLF program, I had participants saying that, Rizal, we felt that you were right in front of us. You were right in that class, as if it was a face-to-face classroom. And not only that, you were in our face. Yeah. And to me, that was a big wow for me. Yeah, because then I realized that I still conveyed the program, a face-to-face program, via online, because I continued to focus on the meaning of the program. Yeah, it's not about the activities. It's about what you want to convey via the activities. And I knew I could do it better. Why? Because I rethought the whole thing. I mean, at the start, I must say that I said to myself, it's going to be difficult. Then I realized the person within me which was saying that was my ego. It was my ego was saying that. And then I said, hang on. The reason I'm saying all this difficulty stuff is because I didn't want to start from scratch. I mean, here I am at 50 years old and 14 years experience, and I have to start from scratch, really. Then that kicked in. So I start from scratch. I scraped everything and I redid the whole program again. And when that happened, after the first virtual PLF program, and that kind of feedback that got me going. Then the next program was the Take Charge program, all the other programs. Yes, alhamdulillah. So that was the story, Nurul.
Awesome.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
sharing, Rizal.
So we have a question from Zunita Zubir. How do you keep up with positive emotions or feelings? If the question is not clear, Zunita, maybe you can turn on your microphone and ask.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Saya Zunita.
Salam.
Can you
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah.
A little bit, but you can speak
okay,
a bit louder.
now better?
Perfect.
Yes, better. Much better.
Alright. Okay. My questions is, you know, we during this pandemic we are also surrounded with people yang apa ni, have challenges in life. You know, we saw all this negative punya apa ni kan. So as much as we don't want our emotion and feelings to be influenced by them as well sometimes. Okay, so how do we actually want to keep up with that? You know, to be positive, you know, things like that.
I will say be positive first. Not be positive all the time. Because to be positive all the time is crazy. Yeah, you become like Ariel. Be positive all the time. Become crazy. Be positive first. Yeah. If you're positive all the time, when you cross the road and you see a lorry coming, you say, never mind, they'll stop, and boom. No, you be positive first. Okay, that's number one. Number two, people around you will be who they want to be at any time for whatever reason, and that's their choice. You want to ask yourself, what choice do I want to do? Do I want to follow? And that's totally okay. Do I want to go, if they're negative, I want to be positive and be exactly opposite, then that's okay also. So as long as it's in your mind, you're saying, if I were to follow them, it's not because of them. Don't use them as an excuse. If I were to follow how they feel, it's because I chose to follow how they feel. Do not use them as an excuse. In my program, I don't know whether Nazrin has been saying this in the VLC, but in my program, I said all these excuses, I call it the bangao. For those of you who do not know what a bangao is, that small white bird called the egret that you often see in swamps and paddy fields. Yeah, and the Malaysians here, we have a song called the bangao song. Yeah. For those of you who do not know the bangao song, I'll tell you the bangao song in English. Yeah. Bangao, oh bangao, why are you so thin? I am so thin because the fish will not come up. Fish, why you not come up? Because the grass around the pond too tall. Grass, why you too tall? Because the buffalo didn't eat me. Buffalo, why not eat the grass? Because my stomach ache. Stomach, why you ache? Because I ate rice which was not cooked well. Makan nasi mentah. Rice, why you not cook well? Because the firewood was wet. Firewood, why you wet? Because the rain came down. Rain, why you come down? Because the frog called me. Frog, why you call the rain? Because the snake want to eat me. Snake, why you want to eat the frog? Because my food lah. You see how we tend to give excuses and blame, especially when we don't get what we want in life. So among the things you're going to learn from me tonight is stop bangawing. Stop giving excuses. Yeah, in the Malay language, we say usah membangau lagi. So people will be who they want to be at any moment of time because it's totally their choice, and that's okay. What's your bangau? Don't use them as a bangau. Yeah, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to what happens to you. Whatever happens to you will happen to you, and that's what we call fate. How you respond to what happens to you, and that's choice. And I suggest respond professionally, not respond emotionally. Yeah. So for example, the people around you are cursing and cursing and cursing and cursing and cursing. So you respond professionally by having a serious face and shut up. Everybody's crying around you. Yeah, all right, okay. So how do you respond professionally to that? Well, you have a sympathetic face and you shut up. Respond professionally. Yeah, whatever happens, whoever is around you, because they do what they do because it's right for them, and that's totally okay. What's your choice? You choose. Stop bangawing. I hope that helps.
Thank you very much, Rizal. So we have another question here, and this really throws back me to 2011 when I first became a PLF. Back then, the PLF program had 3 days. Day 1 was the presenter, day 2 was the presentation, day 3 was the business of presenting. And the business of presenting, you taught us how to market ourselves. And that really helped because, you know, I went on LinkedIn. My problem was I didn't believe you. You said clean up your LinkedIn. I didn't believe you. I cleaned it up in 2015. I should have cleaned up in earlier than that. As a result of your advice, I got invited to Cambodia, started teaching there, and in fact got invited to actually be part of the company there. So I now own part of the company there. I don't get paid. I get yearly dividends, which is not bad. Yeah. But following in that path, so a lot of what you have taught us actually was, if I had taken into account, I would have practiced very well. So the question that's coming now is that, is it important to have a lot of connections in order to get business? What is the process you went through to market yourself?
My strategy was to ensure that I'm always present. Yeah, I'm present on so many platforms. I'm present on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter most of the time. Yeah, even Tumblr and Pinterest, you will see my quotes there. So my strategy at that moment of time was not to really engage. Yeah, it was more of a place for me to remind me of things for myself. At the same time, I put it on all these platforms to ensure that people know that I'm around. So if you were to Google my name will come out on the first page. And, you know, that was my strategy. So even when I went on LinkedIn, that was the same strategy I had. Yeah, to be able that, you know, when people look for me, if they were to look for me on LinkedIn, they would find me. Full stop. Yeah. So that was my strategy, Nazrin, at that moment of time, not really to engage people. What happened after that, when people found me on these platforms and they began to follow me, then I started to build credibility. You see, I don't have a master's degree or PhD degree. And compared to so many other people around the world, my experience is very limited. So how am I able to build credibility? That was my way of building credibility, by coming out with quotes for myself. After a while, I built credibility in the sense of people start to say, oh, when it comes to NLP, this would be a guy that I would like to talk to. When it comes to motivation, this would be a guy I would like to speak to. When it comes to coaching, this is a guy which I would love to seek advice from, for example. Yeah. So I began to build credibility that way by being present in these platforms and being consistent on these platforms. Yeah. So that was my strategy then. I hardly sell. I do once in a while, I do, but I hardly do it because I don't believe in it. Yeah. I'm a person who, I make myself so exciting that people choose to buy from me. I'm not the guy that, I'm like that Machi who sells the nasi lemak at the side of the road, and all she does is just make her nasi so white, her sambal so red, the lauk pauk, the chicken and all that all spread out in different color Tupperwares and stuff like that. And she just sits there, and you come and your senses are aroused that you choose to buy. I do the same thing. Yeah. I make my products so exciting visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, to the extent of olfactorily that people choose to buy. So I don't sell. Yeah? That's why I hardly engage people, even though I have so many followers. I hardly engage because from my point of view, when you're ready, you know where to look for me. I go from that point of view.
Thank you very much. So the keyword here is arouse people, yeah? Good. So we have that. We have one question from Bell. Okay, some people are falling off their chairs now. Bell has asked a question that actually I wanted this answered as well, because I know that you've done programs in Bangladesh and India and quite a few countries. And I do remember you telling me you had to interact with people in Vietnam, I think, or some other countries where they didn't speak English at all. Correct. And you were actually working through a translator. And the last I remember is that you actually told jokes in English and they translated and it was still funny. So
yeah, 1 minute later.
Bell is asking, how do you move around and conduct training if there is a language barrier?
well, what you want to anchor into your head is throughout the program, they're still with you. I mean, after like an hour, this group of people are still there in front of you, meaning for whatever reason, you are useful for them and they still want to listen to you. So you will do anything and everything in the most legal and halal sense of the word to convey your message. So with a translator at the side of me, I would say my joke and I would remember that she is still translating. So I would stop and pause and the translator would translate. And 1 minute later, everybody laughs. Then I know I'm going the right way. And that's just language. I mean, look at the contents that you bring. I mean, these people, they know some English. Is that they want to respond to you. They find it difficult, yeah, but they have some form of English. The same goes for people in Bangladesh and the people in India and even in Malaysia, yeah. They know. I mean, if you ask any Malay, what do you call a bus, and they will say bus. That's English. So they still have that form. It's just that, you know, in my programs, I have, like, for example, music, yeah. And music is very universal, and I don't change the music. Whatever programs I do in Malaysia, if I run the same program in Vietnam and Bangladesh, I hardly change the music. I hardly change the videos, because what's more important when you conduct programs which are people from not your people is that you need to understand the learning culture of that place. And what do I mean by learning culture? If I were to do a program with a group of Arabs, the learning culture for Arabs would be, you must allow everyone to give their opinion. Yeah. At the end of everybody, and then you give your opinion, then everybody will be acceptable, will accept your opinion, even though your opinion was totally opposite from what they thought. But you must allow them to speak, to give their ideas. In India and Bangladesh, the learning culture there is you must allow them to debate and look for the what you call it, Nazrin translate for the kesimpulan, the conclusions for themselves, yeah. And they will go in very deep. Their discussions will be very, very deep. They found a conclusion, then they go to the next point. Yeah, meaning you must allow them to let them discuss in depth. In Malaysia, it's not, the learning culture in Malaysia is not in depth. You know, they're very surface level. If you were to go in depth, they get very bored very fast. So it's very surface level. But in India, so if I were to do a program for example, a take charge program in Malaysia, it would take me 2 days. In India, it would take me 3 days. So I need to understand the learning culture. Yeah, the learning culture in Vietnam is you must allow them to fight among one another to get an opinion. Yeah, even in Malaysia, the learning culture is different. Yeah, if I were to say take charge in Alostar, you know, they will say tak apa. Well, compared to the learning culture in Sarawak, where every word you say is like, whoa, fun, exciting. And even in different organizations have different learning culture. So for when you present to an audience, you must do your homework. Find out who these people are, what they're from, where they're coming from. Find out what the learning culture is, and you'll understand that when you talk to the client, you get a feel of it. And as you go through the first 1 hour of the program, you'll understand. Okay, you need to make these certain adjustments, and then you run. Because you know what you know, and you modify accordingly. Yeah, I hope that answers that. Just to add one small point there. Language cannot be the one thing which becomes the barrier when you deal with people. I mean, I've coached a Bangladeshi. I mean, this particular chap, he attended my program. He found me trustworthy, so he says, I'm going to bring my wife over, and because my wife has certain issues, but she doesn't know how to speak English, Rizal. So I'll translate for her. And then when the translation was happening, I realized I couldn't understand actually what the issue was. So I said, sir, how about your wife just speaks in her language and I'll just listen. And the lady started to speak Bangladeshi. And I was saying, that's not it. Because as she was saying what she was saying, I was looking into her body language and I'm into that. And the way she was saying it, and I began to understand what her issues were. And I started to say, okay, this is what you do. And the lady was so grateful because she said, through her husband, she said, how does this man understand me? But I said, it was in her face. I mean, she was saying it, she was there. Yeah. And I took it as it is. So language doesn't have to be a barrier when you do it, when you present knowledge. There's so many ways to get your, to find out what people are thinking and how you convey it. There's so many ways of doing it. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much, Rizal. Maybe we can take one last question. It's about your marketing yourself. So Andy says, I don't have any degree, and I think corporations would not give me a chance to get my academic qualifications. So basing on that, how do I make that leap into being so professional that people wanting to engage me will not consider from that standpoint? Any quick ones?
Yeah, number one, who said that corporate won't take you? If you're so good, if you are so good, yeah, they would take you regardless. I mean, I hardly have anybody asking for my credentials, my NLP mastery certificate, for example. I hardly have. The only people who often ask my certificate will be the government, which that upsets me a lot because they only pay me at degree level.
That actually is not true because they can actually pay you more. It's just they don't want to go through the trouble. They don't want to go to the trouble to do the paperwork.
So anyway, this is it. When you market yourself in the sense of you're in the know, the knowledge that you have is all fingertips. The way you present it is so artful. It's so sunny. The changes that you've had from past participants and all those people, what they said about you, you kept it and you use that material to present your material, to present yourself and your product even better. Getting people talking about you. That personally for me helped me more than any degree. Seriously, yeah. That people talking about me helped me more than any degree. So the next time that question comes into your head and say, people's not going to see a person with no qualification, you ask that question in your head, who said that? Somebody in Malaysia? That you do programs in Vietnam. Yeah. For example, ladies and gentlemen, most of you here, I suppose, have HRDF. I don't have HRDF. I do not have HRDF. I'm sorry to say, to me, I say HRDF is a scam. and for the past 14 years, have I had clients who come to me and say, Rizal, do you have HRDF? And I said, no, I don't. And then you know what they say? They say, okay, then we'll have to look for money elsewhere. Guess what? In Vietnam, there's no HRDF. They don't need HRDF. Or in Bangladesh or in UK. Only in Malaysia. Even in Malaysia, the government agencies don't use HRDF. They would rather have your what you call it, sijil kewangan. That's more. MOF is more important than HRDF. So again, really, maybe that one company requires that degree. Maybe that one company requires that HRDF, but not everybody. So I'm sure you've learned from Nazreen. Nazreen says, not everybody's your customer, right? Move on. Go find somebody else who wants you. Nazreen.
Thank you very much. So I think we have gained a lot. And I there's something I forgot to mention. You mentioned your Twitter, right? If nobody knows, Rizal has written so much on Twitter, he turned into a book. How many pages is that book? It looks like a 500-page book. Looks like a 500-page book.
It's an accumulation of 8 years of Twitter. I'm a person who have no discipline to sit in one place and to write. So I write short kind of tweets, and after 8 years, I accumulate that all into one book. Now I have 2 books. even the Mudahnya Guna NLP book was an accumulation of the articles which I wrote on a magazine, Malay magazine once. So yeah, because I have no discipline sitting in one place at one time. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
Check me out on Twitter, please.
We'll did. I'm sure a lot of people will check you out. So before we let you go, would you like to share with us a little bit about the upcoming PLF program for anyone who's interested?
All right. The Professional Learning Facilitator program, or the PLF program, is a program whereby you learn how to be like me. Meaning to say, after the first 3 days, everything I know about what I do and how I do it, in the way I present knowledge, you will know it. So in the first 3 days, you be like me. In the next following 2 days, you be better than me, and I'll ensure that you do. That's the only way that you can help me in the future, when you be better than me, and I'll show you how to be better than me. So the Professional Learning Facilitator is a program whereby you learn how to present like me, how to get all that ideas in your head so that it's structured, there's a flow to it, so that it flows into people's heads. Why use that prop? Why not use that prop? Why use this music? Why not use that music? How to get learning from a activity or video, rather than it coming out from your mouth, it comes out from their mouth, the participant's mouth. How do you do it? What's the psychology of music? Why that particular piece of music? Why not that? Yeah. A whole range of stuff, and you're going to learn it in the first 3 days of the program. On the 4th day, we'll prepare you for audit. You see, because in my program, I'm not a person who would just quickly give you a certificate just because you attended the program. No, because on the 5th day, I audit you. Audit means what? Audit means you will present for about 10 minutes, whatever topic you want to present. Regardless you have slides or no slide, that's not the point. I want to see whether you present as a PLF or whether you present like a normal trainer or speaker. Yeah, and that's the 5-day program. That's right.
Thank you very much for that, Rizal. Thank you to everyone who came. And we would like to congratulate everyone from VLC 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, and 30 for graduating tonight. For those of you who are not here but watching this recording, we miss you. We miss you very much. We hope we get to see you soon in the future. Before we let you guys go, we have one last announcement to share. And we have a bit of updates with the VLC, because there have been people coming to me asking this question: what's next? So what's next after the VLC? Well, to be fair, I don't know, because I never created the VLC to be sort of like a part 1, part 2, part 3. I created VLC to help you earn again, and if you already start earning again, that's good enough. So you learn, you go elsewhere, go and learn other things as well. But there was also a request to, if it's possible, for us to be able to even strengthen the brand even further. So did some discussions with a few people, and we came up with this particular concept, and the concept is called the VLC Endorsed Program. Okay, so what it means is that if you're certified as a VLC, you already have that certificate down. Okay, so what happens is now we can actually look at your program and certify your program. We can endorse your program to be par or standard, up to VLC standard, which means that everything that you've applied in your final assessment webinar that got you 100 marks, you apply consistently here in the design of your course. Not a 1-hour webinar, but an actual full course. So if anybody is interested, up until the 31st of December 2021, the endorsement is free of charge. Okay, because right now it is only me auditing your course. So if you're interested, reach out to me, and then I will have to audit the course, not audit you only, but audit how you run the course. And if it fulfills the requirements, then what we'll do is we will allow you to use this badge wherever you run the course. And again, it is something that's not recognized by any government, any university, any association on earth. It just shows that you fulfill the requirement, the course that you design and run fulfills the requirements. That being said, I have a question. Nurul, are you here? Nurul Fatih, are you still here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I would like everyone to put their hands together because tonight we welcome the very first course to be endorsed under the VLC endorsed programs. So if everyone can please turn on your microphones and give a woo woo to Nurul.
Oh my God!
Awesome. Miro.
I am proud to say that in Malaysia, Nurul has become the queen of Miro, and I don't know anybody else who does it like her. I'm sure somebody else has also done Miro, but not the way she does it. So if you're looking to be able to ramp up your programs, then I invite you to actually contact her because this program is now endorsed by the VLC. I have myself attended it. And when I enjoy myself until I forget I'm auditing a course, then I know it's a good course. So I
didn't know I'm audited.
No, you're not supposed to know that. So I made the choice to make this the first one. Anybody who's interested, okay, it's my effort. I'm the one auditing. So I'm offering that until the 31st of December. Anybody who comes to me, I'll give it for free. But you need to plan it with me, plan the dates, because it is not only just the logo you get. I'll give you coaching first. I will look at your learning plan first. I will check out your activities, your ACEs. I'll check out your awareness, knowledge, commitment, and skill, all of that. Okay, so I'm happy to do that up until the 31st of December. After that, there will be a fee. So if anybody's interested, get in touch with me. But also, I skipped over this very quickly because I wanted this to be last. We have 2 programs, VLC programs coming up. If you would be kind enough to share this with your friends, we have a part-time version, which is running on Monday. It's coming Monday, the prep week. And then we have one by Davidson. Dave, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Davidson is one of our VLC facilitators. He'll be running a sprint version over weekends. Is that right? 7, 8, 14, 15. And if you cannot attend in the weekdays with me, then you can attend weekdays. You go weekends, you go with Davidson. And just because I founded it doesn't mean I'm the best at this. I have seen Davidson deliver the VLC, and you just ask the participants here, right? You ask the people who attended his courses, his VLC, and they will be able to vouch for him. So that being said, thank you very much, everyone. I miss you. I really think that we should get together a lot more often. But that's all from me for tonight. I would like to say thank you, Rizal. Thank you to our speakers tonight. And we will hope to see you sometime soon in the future. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, get your vaccinations, and I hope to see you sometime face-to-face in the future. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.
Good night.
Thanks, Nazrin. Good night, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Mr.
Happy
Davidson.
weekend. Take care. Stay safe.
Congratulations.
Okay,
Thank you,
congrats
Rizal.
everyone. Thank you, Sifu Rizal. Thank you, Nazrin.
Group photo?
Alright.
Oh, okay.
So, looks like not everyone has left yet. So, who is going to volunteer? Who's going to volunteer to take the photo first?
I can.
Okay, Juita. So we
I
got
took
Juita.
already just now. I took just now, Nazrin. I took
what
a
did-
few.
What did you take?
A photo, candidly. Without anyone knowing, I took photo just now.
Okay, I'm going to request everybody don't comment in the chat because it will affect the screenshot. So, Juwita, can you take a photo for us?
Okay, ready everyone?
All right,
1, 2,
tell me when.
3. Okay, wait. I'm going to the next page. I'm going to page 2.
There's a
Don't
next
move.
page?
Yeah, don't move because you might be in this page. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, got it.
All right, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you,
everyone.
Have a
Now
good
we
night.
can change our ribbons to the other side.
For your information, this is clapping for the deaf. When you
It
move
is?
your hands around, yeah, like this. This is clapping for the deaf. So we can do it for VLC because virtual when we clap, that's, you know, so if we do this, yay!
Boleh. Thank you, Kak Ju.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good night. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Party in the WhatsApp
Night
group.
VLC 18.
Thank you.
Bye,
See
Karen.
you guys in the chat.
Bye, honey.
Bye, guys.
VLC 27. Bye semua.
Bye. See you in the WhatsApp.